Thank you, Sapir, for the great question about how to clean your sound from noise. So you can use AI or you can use other methods that I'm going to show you now. So, firstly, let's start with a recording. This is a recording that was done in my shower last night, and the acoustics in my shower is terrible. Probably nothing is going to get out of this recording, but let's listen to it anyway and use this as an example.
Drops of water in the shower into the drain.
This is a good advice for everyone watching this. Before you start recording the actual sound, speak out what you're recording because it's going to make it so much easier to sort out through all of the recordings that you made. So, here's my voice. Let's say we want to separate just my voice out of this. But we have a lot of noise right before that.
Drops of water in the shower into the drain.
So, one solution is to just cut those sounds out, and then it would sound a lot cleaner already.
Drops of water.
But let's say we want to use something a little bit more sophisticated than just chopping and cutting your sound, which I have to say is always a good option, but I'm going to show you two different techniques. One of them is based on pitch or tone or frequencies. It's all the same thing. And the other one is based on dynamics or volume or gain. Again, all kind of the same category. So we have one that is based on tone and one that is based on volume. Let's start with tone. And for tone, what we need is firstly a way to see the tones. So I'm going to bring this, which is a representation of all of the frequencies that the human ear can hear. So it goes all the way from 20 hertz, actually even below 20 hertz. Good to know. 20 hertz is the lowest audible tone for the human ear, and the highest one is 20,000, and it's in those like little squares here because this is a logarithmic representation of the sound. So if I go and I like stretch on the 20, it's going to go between 20 and 30. But if I do the same here, it's going to go from like 2,000 to 3,000. So it goes on a logarithmic scale here. And it's just a way for us to visualize the active tones or frequencies that we have in the mix. So let's just take a look at it.
Drops of water in the shower into the...
I'm hearing some kind of a fan here in the lower ones, and because my voice is not there, it's pretty safe for me to just go and just remove a little bit of the volume of those frequencies. So all of them are going to play, but those are going to play about minus 6 dBs. 6 dBs is doubling the volume. That means that if I reduced 6 dBs, it's going to be half of the intensity of the volume. Let's say a fly is making a sound of 1 dB, that's decibels. Two flies are gonna make 7 dB because we added 6. That's how it works. So I'm gonna lower it here until 6 dBs. We might want to lower it more, but let's just listen to it.
Drops of water in... Drops of water. Drops...
Before and after.
Drops of water.
Already a lot better. Let's take it down by another 6.
Drops of water. Drops of water. Drops of water. Drops.
And then maybe I don't even want it to just lower the volume. I wanted to just completely remove those frequencies. So I'm going to go and use this thing, which is low cut.
Drops of water in the shower into the drain. Makes a nice sound. Take one.
This is already a lot cleaner than what it was. And I think that when we adjust the dynamics as well, it's going to help too. So this was a technique for taking care of the tone and removing some of the tones that we don't want in the mix. The other technique has to do with volume. For that one, we're going to use a tool called a gate. A gate is a tool that is used almost all of the time on TV. You just don't know that it's used there. But every time that you hear a news anchor, usually what happens is that there is a gate effect on the entire stream of audio. And what happens is that below a certain level of volume, it won't let any sound through. It needs to go through some threshold, and only when it passed that threshold, the sound will be played. So in this example, what we want to do is the threshold is going to be like the low, annoying sound, and only when it gets to those big peaks, it would actually let the sound through. So let's start with, here you see we have the 0, -6, -12. And the reason why, it's because, again, this is going logarithmically. So let's start with -20.
Drops of water in the shower.
Okay, this is a little sudden.
Drops of water in the shower. Drops of water.
So over time, I'm increasing it, which is why less sound is coming in. We're going to lower it.
Drops of water in the shower into the drain. Drops of water in the shower into the drain. Makes a nice sound. Take one.
So as you heard, it completely ignored any sound that are too quiet and focused on the ones that are a lot louder. So it does take a lot of adjustment, but eventually you can get to a result where your sound is a lot cleaner. I hope that that was helpful.